Hey guys, Jen Graves here. Um, I'm just gonna do a February manga haul, and as you can see, all I've done is open the box up so far, and let's see what I got so far for February. Okay, so we have a That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Volume 4. This is a really great series. I've been loving it so far. Hopefully, I can have some other videos that I can talk to y'all about it in. Um, Another good one is Delicious in Dungeon. This one's also Volume 4. Love this series too. I love how it's kind of got that whole food aspect, even though it's a dungeon crawler one. Um, Log Horizon, West Wind Brigade. This one's Volume 8. Um, I've enjoyed this series too a lot. Let's see. Um, One Piece 85. This new one. I'm currently up to date on it, and trying to stay that way. But sometimes it's hard. Just being a manga fan and whatnot. Bleach 72. Uh, as most of y'all know, this one's getting close to ending. This is the second to last volume that we got, unless Shonen Jump does something to extend it, but I doubt that. So a little upset with that. One Punch Man, up to date on this one too. Volume 13. This one I really can't wait to read, just because of how cool it is. I'm enjoying this one really well. Um, and I'll try and put another video out talking about some of these more individually, the series and whatnot, and see if I can kind of get y'all into some of these new ones that I've got. Here's a new one. Giant Spider and Me, A Post-Apocalyptic Tale. I actually got this one because of that time I got turned into a spider manga. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember right now. But I thought that this one might kind of go along the same path. And yeah, we'll just have to see how this one goes. Lord Marksman and Vanitas. This one's Volume 6. Up to date on this one too. It's really great. It's kind of getting a slow start, but it's really good too. Um, the only problem that some people might have with it is, even though how good it is, it's got fan service kind of backing it up a little bit. But other than that, I mean, it's great. Trinity 7. I haven't even started this series yet, but I try and at least keep up to date with the volumes, because you never know when a volume might go out of print or somebody may not have it when you go out and try and buy. So I try and get all my stuff ahead of time. So yeah, I mean, with a lot of these though, these are actually pre-orders that I have done months and months ago just to make sure that I get a copy of it. Tokyo Ghoul Re. This series is kind of weird compared to the regular Tokyo Ghoul, which I loved. And we'll just kind of have to see where this one goes. I'm not too sure about the feel of it. It doesn't seem as good as regular Tokyo Ghoul right now, but we'll just have to wait till later on and see if it gets better. Another one that's new that I got is Tales of the Wedding Ring. I've been kind of getting into more slice of life ones currently, and getting ones that I may not have read otherwise, as long as it's got a good cover or a good, backstory, or anything to kind of tell you how it is. Then I've been trying to get it just to make sure, because I like to read a lot of anything. Descending Stories, haven't even started this one yet either. Um, I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, but I'm still on the fence as far as it's sitting on my shelf and kind of collecting dust before actually me getting into it. So hopefully I can kind of show y'all one of my shelves that I have currently of what I need to read, and see if some of y'all can get me into some of those ones that I should start earlier. Voices of the Distant Star. I kind of got this one on a whim. I actually pre-ordered it before I even saw the cover of it, but the description of it actually sounded pretty good. And now that I'm looking at the art and whatnot, it actually looks pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna have to get into this one since it's a one shot, I think, and we'll just see kind of how that goes. Um, Arakawa, Another Bridge. Haven't started this one yet, but this one, it has actually been moving up on my list pretty fast. Um, just because of the artwork being so different for it. With the volume one, it just kind of shows a girl in like a little like cardboard fort. And when I actually went to go pre-order this one, I was kind of like, wow, this is like a nun or a priest or something with machine guns. So I was like, oh, might need to start on this one sooner than later. Magical Girl, Special Ops Asuka. This one I bought. I got into Magical Girl Apocalypse and then Magical Girl Sight. So I've been kind of trying to start more of the Magical Girl stuff, just because I'm not sure and I haven't ever read any of it to know. And I've started some of the other Magical Girl series that are out, but I'm not too sure on some of these. But as far as some of the other ones I'm reading going, they're actually pretty cool. So hopefully I can continue that. To Love Rue Darkness. Um, to be honest, I haven't even gotten to start the regular To Love Rue yet. But I've been wanting to read these series for a while now, all because of it being mentioned in Bakuman. Um, by the people that made Death Note and whatnot. So, Fire Force 8. This one is really good. It's by the creators of Soul Eater. And, they do some of the other ones, but this one is one of the series that they actually have done that I think is pretty much right up there with Soul Eater. They've had a couple other ones like Rave Master and whatnot that might not have been just as good or as easy to find. But at least we can get Fire Force kind of going and enjoy their story some more. Speaking of Magical Girls again, Magical Girl Sight 5. This one I'm kind of enjoying. Not so much like this character that's performed here. The big brother, he kind of freaks me out a little bit. But, hopefully they'll figure out what to do with him later on in the series. Tales of Zestiria. This one is great. I ended up leaving this one on my shelf for a while, and it was right after I pre-ordered and got the volume 3, and so I started reading this one, and I just flew through it real fast. It was great, and it kind of has some of those dungeon crawler undertones, but this one's just really, really cool. Captain Harlock. Haven't gotten to start this series yet either, but it's not even that far started. But I have seen the anime for it, and it was pretty good. So I'm hoping that the expectations for this are still pretty high with it. So hopefully this one is pretty good too. And last, hopefully not least, I might have another box coming in February. Not sure yet. So if y'all see another video, I'll have to make another one and post it on there for you. Astra Lost in Space. This one I kind of got with the Infinity T series. I kind of thought, oh wow, those look really cool to start. And one of them, kind of has a suit that looks like a superhero Ultraman kind of, and the other one is kind of like any other space one that we would see. But I went ahead and got this one and pre-ordered for Volume 2. That way I could get into this series. I really like Knights of Sidonia, and that's kind of what it reminded me of. But I haven't gotten to get any Knights of Sidonia manga. So I'm kind of hoping that I can get into this one and hopefully see if I can find some of those Knights of Sidonia ones too, because I can kind of just add those into my collection. And as you can see, that was actually the last one in there. So I guess this is going to be it for me until later on. So I guess just signing out. This is Jen Graves, and I will talk to you guys later on. Thanks. Bye.